Before we get to your team, I'd like to ask you about yesterday, Manchester City. Were you watching the match? I assume you were. And what did it feel like when Kompany scored that goal?
Oh, it was amazing because is Vincent Kompany is the lead of the Man City, and I know how important it is for the club because it's not easy to win this kind of games because it was a tough game because they need one step more to try to win for 2 years in a row. The Premier League is not easy because I think in the last nine or 10 years it was impossible to win. That means it's not easy to win that, but I'm sure I have confidence with this team and especially with the staff in Man City, and I know it's difficult. It's not over, the Premier League, but I'm sure they are able to win the next game and to become again in champions in the Premier League.
If you were on the bench when he was winding up for that shot, would you have been like Pep shouting no, no, no?
No. Yesterday I was nervous because I prefer to stay in the bench because in TV is incredible when you watch the game in TV. You are more nervous than in the bench. But I know I'm very happy for Pep, for the club, for the players, for everybody in Man City because it's my club as well. And I know how important it is for this club to improve and to be much better every single year.
And Kompany was very emotional after the game. There's uncertainty as to whether he'll return, but what about Kompany and his contributions to City?
No, I say Kompany is the lead of the Man City, and it's important because sometimes he's injured. It's not easy for this player because he's an important player for this club. I'm very happy for him because especially he's the captain, and the rest of the players follow him, and it's very important for this club to have these kind of players, the lead. When you need this player, always he's there.
You're captain of the New York City Football Club, Alex Ring. Last week talking to him, he seemed very comfortable, very happy with how things are going. I know you've said the same sort of thing.
No, right now we are much better. We are competing much better than I say last year, for example, when we play away. I'm very happy with him, with the rest of the players, with my team. Even when the players don't have the possibility to play, because I know how tough it is for them. All of them deserve to play, but right now my feeling is we are in the right way to try to finish much better than last year. It's not easy because every single team is much better, is my opinion, than last year. But I'm happy because when we decide to change a little bit our system, the results are much better, but it's not about the results, it's about the feeling. Our feeling right now is better. I don't know what will happen the next game, but our feeling is we are ready to play in LA, in Chicago, in every single team away, because the feeling, I repeat, is much better than last year, and maybe was because this system is better for our players, because the last two results away was 2 clean sheets, and it's very important for our confidence.
Why do you think this system necessarily fits the players that you have really well?
No, because maybe we have the right players to play this system. I repeat many times, the most important thing in soccer was players, sorry. Because if I want to play 4-3-3 and we need maybe the right wingers, and maybe you don't have these kind of players, you have to change, especially when you don't get results. And I think the reason why is because we can play with three in the back, and we have offensive players, and the left back Ben and Mata, and the right back Anton, even JP or Joe Scali can play there. And that is the reason why. And after that, when you change the system and you are able to win and you play with more confidence, maybe it's the best way to play. It's about that. Sometimes when you are not able to get results, maybe you play well, but you have to change something to try to improve.
Is that what you saw as well? Like that maybe there was criticism, right, early on, but yet really technically it was only the one loss. I mean, they were dropped points certainly, but was the team playing well, just not getting results early on?
Oh, believe me when I say the system is not important in soccer, is because I say many times, when maybe you can start to play 4-3-3, but when you have the ball, finish to play 3-2-3 or 2-2-3-2. I don't know, but when you think about that and you think about we find the best way to play, it's about two things. It's about the feeling when you play, they play more comfortable, and the second one is about the results. You know, when the results is much better, everybody has confidence in the system.
Maybe this is typical football, like you say often, but early on the results aren't going your way, and you feel you're maybe on a hot seat, and now it seems like everyone's saying, oh, Domi maybe has it figured out.
No. It's never the coach. When I repeat many times the soccer belongs to the players, look what happened yesterday in Man City. When Vini Company scored the goal, it's not scored Pep Guardiola, scored Vini Company. And when I say last weekend, when I don't know, is some players, I don't know, against Tottenham, Kun Agüero missed the penalty. It's not Pep, but the coaches, we have to try to convince our players not in the 18-yard box, because belong to the players. But you can convince your players how is the best way to play the box to box. You know, after that is the players. When Messi or when these kind of players, company last game scored this goal, his company is they deserve to score before company. They deserve it. But at the end, they won the match because one individual action from winning company scored an amazing goal.
Domi, was there a moment this year where you sat down with your staff and you said, we have to change this? I mean, you previously said four at the back, you know, we weren't getting win. Was there a moment like where you were sitting in the boardroom and it's just like,
no,
or watching the film?
We have the possibility to change our system in 1 minute, because we practice a lot 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, and the last 5 games we play 3-4-3, you know. But when we need that, we can play. In fact, in Minnesota, if you remember, the second half we play 4-2-3-1.
Right.
That means we can change when we need it. But right now, start to play with 5 in the back when we don't have the ball, 2 on 4-1 is much better for us, because the results and the confidence is much better. We play more compact, we defend more compact, more solids, but we can change in 1 minute if we need it, and I decide to play in that way, because sometimes, I don't know, maybe you lose the game 2-0 or 2-1, and you need to score more goals, and it's better to change, is my opinion, one center back or one defender, and to play with another winger or another striker.
This is going to be your first match as a head coach against Ibrahimovic. You've certainly been an assistant against him, especially in some Manchester derbies, right?
I have good memories from Barcelona, this player, because I worked 1 year with him. It's my opinion. Ibra is one of the best strikers in the last 20 years for me. It's amazing. Everybody knows how important is this player in the world, not just in the LA. It's always impossible to mark this player because he has quality. He has the quality to attack the spaces, keep the ball, score, assist. And I repeat, I'm very happy to meet again with this player because I have good memories. Ibra in Barcelona.
You've had some injuries, a few guys on the side there training, including one of your center backs, James Sands. Do you think he'll be healthy? And
I don't know. We have time. We have time. It's much better. We have a doubt about Matarrita, but we have 2 or 3 players. We have time because today is Thursday. We have 4 days, and the whole team travel in LA. Jimmy maybe can play against LA. Mata is a doubt, and Maxi and Evan, I don't know in that moment because today they have a medical test. But Jimmy has more possibilities to play. He can play, in the center back, and he can play the double 6. We have to decide in the last moment.
One more. I was gonna. Well, that was part of my question. One was about Mitra and how he's feeling it, and also along that, when you're going well and there's confidence, you don't want to change things. But he is an important player. Is it difficult to sort of integrate him back in?
I agree. I agree with you. But you have to choose. You have to choose the right players. Right now, the performance, the players who play in Montreal was amazing. Ismael, Maxi, and Eber. I say everybody deserves to play, but after that is about the feeling, When the last 2 training sessions is about the performance, the feeling. If they have discomfort, is about that. I know how important it is for us, Mitri, but Tati as well, because Tati does have to play as well. But that happens when you decide to play 5-2-3 or 3-4-3. You play just with 3 offensive players, right? And that's mean we have right now 7 players, and I know how tough it is for the players to play in that moment. But I have to be fair when I decide that, and it's about the performance. Doesn't matter the name is Mitri or the name is Eber. If I watch in the training session, or my feeling is Isma is right now, the feeling is much better than Mitri or than other players, for sure play Isma. That is my opinion when I have to choose the right players.